I've already started by addressing doubt and discouragement. I now want to conclude everything by talking about distractions. Now, we all know about distractions. From childhood, we're told look both ways before you cross the street, watch where you're going, stop looking at the ground, things like that. And throughout life, we deal with the whole concept of distractions. But as we get older and we become more ambitious and we begin to plan for our lives, distractions aren't always as obvious. Okay. We can sort of weave our way through, bad habits or places we shouldn't go, things we shouldn't do, or things that aren't that bad, but they start to take up more and more of our time. That's the easy part. The challenging part is when distractions are people. People can be some of the worst and most deadly distractions in terms of cutting us off from success. And when we encounter people that are really distractions in our lives, it may be a hard choice and it may seem cold, but we have to cut them off. Now think about it. If you look back over your life and you begin to live with regret, and regret is a neighbor that never moves away, and you start going over the could have beens and the should have beens and the would have beens, and you say to yourself, if it wasn't for that person, I could have succeeded. That seems so silly, to miss out on fulfilling your potential because you couldn't muster up the courage or the willpower to get rid of somebody in your life. That's the way it is. I say it over and over again. Success requires certain sacrifices, and some of them are relationships. Some people, though they may be wonderful to be around and we may feel great around them, they are simply distractions. And we have to remove distractions from our life. See, distractions are very deceptive. You tell yourself the lie, I'll only get involved in this, or I'll only deal with this for a small amount of time. I'll take a rest and I'll get back on track. That never happens. We always stay longer than we wanted to. And then when we get back on track, we waste even more time playing catch up. And in reality, we'll always question ourselves as to if we got to where we should have been or not, whether we ever caught up or not. Did we regain those opportunities? Or were those opportunities lost forever? Did I go as far as I can go? Or will I always be behind? It's the danger of distractions. And it's easy to veer off to the side and say to yourself, I'm only going to be here for a few and then I'll get back. But once you get in, once that distraction removes your focus and you're looking elsewhere, you're concentrating on something else, you get entangled. And it takes so much more time to get out of that entanglement than you thought. Distractions are dangerous. And though they're tempting, and though they may provide temporary pleasure or rest or whatnot, you got to stay away from them. Distractions have the potential to kill your potential. Distractions have the ability to render your abilities useless. Distractions just want to keep you focused on the wrong thing long enough for you to miss out on greatness, for you to pass up that last opportunity because it won't come around again. You have a responsibility to yourself, to the ones around you that look up to you, the ones that depend on you. You have a responsibility to your potential that you want to fulfill, to that vision that you have for your life. You have a responsibility to keep looking ahead, to keep moving forward, and not to succumb to the pull of distractions. Distractions are poison. Stay away from them. Don't allow yourself to look long enough and be drawn away, and you lose time and opportunity and resources on nothing. If you enjoyed our discussion today, you could read more about this and other related topics in my book, Building a Better You, Being Real, Letting Go, and Moving On. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or send me an email. Just click on the links in the description.